Yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, we're live. Dan's frozen.
I'm not frozen. I'm just standing still.
Good. Okay. Do you know what's funny? I feel like I should swap us round because you basically look one direction and I look the other direction, so it looks like we're not looking at each other.
Oh no, it's fine. If I just look forward, right? I know what to do.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Should I actually be recording my audio as well in Audacity?
Yes. Okay. Give me a second.
Okay. Do I need to sync anything, or will it be all okay? Probably do, right?
Yeah, it should be synced. If we do it, I just need to get the right audio mixed. God, streaming's a lot harder than I think. No wonder wars are fought over it. Alright, recording device. That one. Okay, ready?
Okay, yeah. Do I need to? If I start recording my audio.
Yep, recording. Ooh, that is very quiet.
Do I want to be doing a normal syncing thing?
Yeah, hang on. Recording device. That one. That feels like it should be the correct one to do. Right, okay. That working? Yeah, you can hear me? All good?
I can hear you, yeah.
Right, okay. 3.
Hang on, I'm going to headphone it.
Oh, I can do hang on. 3. Hang on. 3, 2, 1. Okay, there we go. That failed. My fingers don't play by the rules.
It's synced enough. I can deal with that.
Yeah, it's whatever. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this train wreck of a podcast. Totally Broken Opinions monthly edition. Because we're busy and life takes over, and there's cute cats on the screen if anyone's watching on YouTube or live.
Give me Twitch.
I said live.
Yeah, but you said YouTube. You said YouTube or live, and I was like, "What?"
Well, yeah, because it's gonna be on YouTube. It's just live. Whether or not it's on XX Live or whatever, you can see us in our glorious, beautiful faces. Dan's got a fun background.
I do. It's mainly because my room's a mess at the moment, but I'm working on it. You know, I'm going to redecorate the room. Hopefully,
we've got pictures
mainly,
of cats.
I'm going to redecorate just for this podcast, all right? How do you feel? I hope everyone feels privileged.
I feel delighted by your wonderful addition to our lives of adding nothing.
True.
Mainly because I've cleaned up my room and all you can see is cupboard doors. So it doesn't...
Wait, you've got weights down there too.
Yeah, true.
Anyway.
True. I have been doing exercise because this is our month in January. We're doing it early because we're busy. And we don't actually know exactly how we're going to do this in terms of when it's released. I feel like we're just going to release it on the last day of the month. And record whenever we have time, basically.
That sounds about right.
So yeah, this is our new format, new thing. Let us know in the comments how you feel about it, because it's going to be a train wreck of our thoughts.
At least for the first 3 ones, we might have to get used to this.
Yeah, I'm not used to showing my beautiful face to the general thing. I don't love it.
I mean, I've even done my hair for this.
I have to look presentable. I feel like I'm standing too close. People can see my Venom shirt now. It's all just a mess. I'm standing up. I'm not sitting down. I'm wearing a wireless microphone.
It's more fun to stand up though.
Yeah, I might as well. I paid money for the desk.
Get use out of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better at fitness. So we haven't spoken for a while, probably since our last episode, because it was Christmas time and New Year's. So how have you been?
Absolutely flown by, honestly. I don't even know how it's the end of the month already.
Yeah, we've got a new dictator in power.
Yeah, we can talk about that. We can talk about current events a little bit.
We had a TikTok ban for less than 12 hours.
That was actually the funniest thing of this month. It was absolutely hilarious.
Oh yeah, all the people crying about TikTok going away and then it not.
Did you see there was a trend on TikTok?
No, because I don't do TikTok.
No, I mean, I don't own TikTok, but my girlfriend was telling me about it. And there was a trend where everyone genuinely thought it was going to get banned. So as it was their last episode, like last video or something, they thought they were going to do, they basically given all away the secrets, like trade secrets, and you had all these kind of like health influencers going, "Yeah, I've not actually worked out for the past year. I actually eat what I want." All these like, "What I eat in a day," is actually no, that's actually found over a week. I don't eat any of that in one day.
Mm.
It just makes me feel like a lot better. I actually don't eat it very much.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
just hilarious.
I mean,
Then 12 hours later,
wouldn't be
it's like,
surprised.
oh, I've given away all my secrets now. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, I hate TikTok regardless. I don't think it should have been banned, and it was never gonna be banned because the premise behind it was stupid in the beginning anyway, because it was just like Chinese intelligence stealing our data. No, it was. It is probably, but that's not the reason they were trying to ban it.
Yeah, I feel like when they're trying to ban it more for other reasons.
No, it was for the data, but that's what they were telling the public. But it was more that
Oh, yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and Jeff Bezos don't like the data being given to a foreign entity when they could have it. And it was cutting against them.
I thought it was also to do with health issues.
Yes,
Like
there's the
actual-
addiction policy on it, but that's algorithm based, and that doesn't stop Twitter and X and Facebook and all of these other ones doing the exact same thing. If they cared about that, they wouldn't just ban TikTok.
No, that is true, but TikTok is by far the most addictive.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
The 30-second scrolling where you can just doom scroll for hours very easily without picking up any information. It's that kind of, at least I think, I don't know, for me personally, if I'm going through Reddit or Twitter, you're at least reading normally each one because you don't know instantly if it's good or bad. At least you're reading that, it's the person. It may change your mindset. It's not saying it's great, but with TikTok, you can easily just, in 1 second, if something doesn't catch your eye, you'll just skip it. And you're not, it's not any cognitive ability in it.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're both very anti-TikTok.
I've never used the app. I only ever see the off snips of like people doing TikTok React videos and shit like that. Because I don't. I feel like I hate the app itself, and I don't hate the. I hate the content as well. I hate the general like feel of TikTok, but I've never used it. I've only experienced the like highlights of the highlights, I guess, is more of what it is.
So I used it during COVID. That's like one time I downloaded it. And I think I briefly downloaded it like a couple years ago. But each time I did download it, those 2 times, it was like the most depressed I've ever been. After using it, it funneled my anxiety and my depression downwind, and it's just like you're not getting the help you need from it.
Yeah,
like genuinely.
That's the reason I don't ever do it. I swore off like social media like in 2016, I think, when Donald Trump went into power the first time. I guess. I think it was slightly before that. I can't remember when I stopped doing. I think it was after school, because it was like 2014 was when I left high school, and then it was just like I don't care about any of this. I don't care about any of these people who I used to be friends with because we were in a school together. I've got the people who I'm friends with close anyway now, or I found new people. Like, it doesn't really matter if I like follow you on. It's just a number, and there's just people who will just accept people for a number. Doesn't matter who they are, what they are. They'll just accept it, and I'm like, why the fuck do you need that? I don't want to follow someone just because I have a number to increase. It doesn't seem.
No, and it is just.
Hey, subscribe.
It's all.
Follow us to get us a number up.
Like, people will just follow other people just to get the like back, and if you don't get a like back, you're considered a bad person or something. I don't know. To be fair, even when I downloaded the app, I actually never liked a single video, not a single one. I didn't care. I honestly, it sounds really bad. I do the same with YouTube as well. I don't like.
I don't see, my policy on it is I never like anything on YouTube or anything like that, because my thing is I have to do it if I like it and give it to everything, because I feel bad if I don't. So
exactly.
Because I'm like, oh yeah, I watched this video in the entirety. I should like it. But then YouTube does the stupid thing of it saves your liked videos. And it would just pile up, and it's like a 40 billion like video list of all the things I've liked. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't need to see this video again. Once I'm done with it, I'm done with it. I might go back occasionally, but I'll look it up. I don't need a fucking playlist of all my liked videos. So yeah. But anyway, it was inevitable. It was the dumbest setup ever, and it was a free win for Donald Trump to basically get an easy win at the beginning of his campaign, or like presidency anyway.
Yeah.
Because it was
Donald
he
Trump.
started it, and then Biden approved it, and then they went, "Oh shit, we're actually popular on TikTok. Let's bring it back." So you can just see all of the Republicans and stuff who have just turncoated and turned around and done a complete 180, basically going, "Oh yeah, no, we like TikTok now because Donald Trump likes." Because that's how he won. Because he got a load of people on TikTok.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to say about it. It's not. I don't like any of his new policies. I think it's taken everything back.
Well,
where
they're
it
not
should
his
be.
policies. They're Elon Musk and all the tech billionaires.
True.
If we want to get
Billionaires
into
don't
that,
actually- they
Look,
fully own the world.
well, yeah, we're getting tech billionaires doing Nazi salutes and going, "Oh no, it's just because they're slightly special."
I was gonna say, have you seen Elon Musk's face being completely cancelled on Reddit?
Well, Twitter links have been banned on.
Yeah, but I mean, I
Well,
think it's also
for-
like you're not allowed to.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's the right choice. I mean, it's stupid. Like
That
that's how
guy-
it starts. You just like it's.
I remember at the start of this month, right? He started going on so much about British politics, and I
Well,
was
yeah.
like, "Shut the fuck up! I don't care. You're not buying the UK once to start. Also, no one wants you here. Fuck off."
Did you also see that he was supporting the far right party that's even too far right for the
Literally.
Nazis in Germany?
Yeah, they're like, okay, no, that's a bit much.
But-
it's fucking mental. What is he doing?
See, my thing about it is everyone's like, "Oh yeah, it's because he's autistic," and that could be a factor. But
No.
no,
No.
it's not. Honestly, it's not. My brother is
That
autistic,
is
and it is not a
inevitable.
factor in the slightest thing. It just degrades autistic people and reduces them to a.
Exactly.
But the thing that people go, it's like, "Oh yeah, he learns that behavior through watching stuff." What is he watching where there's a Nazi salute in it?
To be fair, all right, I give him context. That was actually just a terrible clip. He actually wasn't really doing a Nazi salute in the video. He just
Hand
just
on
put
the
his hand
chest,
out of the circle.
right hand up, then turns around, regrets it, goes,
can
"Oh, let's
say-
double down, do it again," and then go, "Oh, sorry, heart on my chest, I love you all, it's beautiful."
Yeah, I think he just more did a really stupid thing. I don't actually think that he actually meant that.
I
I mean, I could be wrong, but
I don't think
personally,
he
I don't-
intentionally did it, but I think it slipped
Yeah,
out,
that's what
and
I
it
mean.
was like, bad optics doing it at a presidential rally after a campaign of like,
But people are supporting it. I love America are supporting Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and I can't for life me figure out why.
yeah, I'm just sad there's AI generated pictures of cats on this. Like,
AI is everywhere, man. Like
I don't
so
know.
many things. Yeah.
Well, let's
Like,
look
don't
up
get me
Baby
wrong,
Peacock.
I know we spoke a lot about AI, and AI has a place, but not when it comes to art. I think AI art is just genuinely quite bad.
Just depressing.
And training the models and everything. I think I've seen LinkedIn is now getting sued over AI.
No.
Yeah, they're getting sued because of they apparently used people's profile data to train AI models, and it's since they don't technically own that data, they're getting sued for it.
Ooh, looks like dogs haven't been hit yet with AI as the main thing on their
You
page.
say that right one, you're
The
crossing
pug?
over right now. That pug is definitely AI.
Yeah, I mean, pugs are just ugly though, so it's very hard to tell.
I like a pug.
I hate pugs. Pugs are fucking degenerate dogs. Like, if you own a pug, ugh. It's like having a Rottweiler or something like that.
To be fair, I really like huskies, but I think they don't belong in this climate. They need to be in cold.
Well, the UK is cold. It won't be for long because of climate change. And we also had massive fires in America as well, and everyone wanted to talk about conspiracy theories on that.
Well, yeah. Isn't it something to... I swear there's something to do about what the Trump did last time he was in power, where he kind of...
He
the
cut
water-
federal funding for, like,
Yeah.
it's just, it's, I don't know it well enough to talk about it, but I do know that conspiracy theories are the dumbest fucking thing that I can ever experience. And I feel like, because I have beef with conspiracy theorists now, because,
Really?
well, no, not like proper beef, but my thing is just, I think conspiracy theories have changed how they operate now. Whereas before,
Yeah.
I feel like a conspiracy was multiple different coincidences kind of then getting funneled into a point. I feel like
Yeah.
what happens now is a thing happens, and then everything just branches out from that, and they have to build the conspiracy. I feel like the conspiracy isn't built naturally; it's built artificially as a way of
So you're saying that you think people want there to be a conspiracy, so they will just try
Yeah.
to fabricate it.
They'll just build a thing on top of it and go, oh yeah, that piece of minor logic builds out into this massive conspiracy, whereas it's just you don't understand how maths works. Like, it's just like, it's all the people going like the LA wildfires, there wasn't enough water because the guy hadn't turned on a tap like underneath the ground, and there was a massive thing and they weren't pumping out enough water. No, it's water pressure. If you're up a hill and there's fires everywhere and there's a lot of water being used, the water won't go up that high to the thing. It's just resource management. It's dumb.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of the education in the US is fucked.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
They can't do basic math, a lot of them.
Well, they're stripping it
It's
as well.
unfortunate.
Because they're stripping it for, like, you can't say gay act and all of those things, and you can't do, and they're ripping books out about trans people and all of these things, or like just general things that have, like, they get rid of everything that they don't agree with, and it's just like, how is this free speech? Oh yeah, it's free speech.
Honestly, like, especially with all the Trump stuff now, like what he wants to do of cancelling all those like rights and everything. I think he made a statement that's like
One
really
is-
transphobic during the presidential speech.
He wants to get rid of birthright citizenship, which is against the Constitution, a thing that they love to talk about that they love. It's so funny. It's like, how do you justify all of this? This is coming from two white British boys, so don't take it all this seriously. But it is a fucking stupid thing.
I don't know.
I think we should be allowed to talk about it and tell it how stupid it is, but America will never listen.
Well, considering that we're technically, if we were American,
We're their
we
mother.
would be Trump's target audience.
True. No, we're more right. We're not alpha male douchebag bro loving
No.
womanizers. I mean, I'd probably be targeted. 'Cause that's my day-to-day background life. I'm out there playing all the time, tricking girls.
It's quite concerning actually that I've seen a lot of people in the UK now start to agree with Donald Trump, and that terrifies me.
I don't like it more because its consequences don't exist anymore.
No.
Like, you can do the most horrendous thing, like all the January 6th rioters getting pardoned. Like, there were people who assaulted cops, literally people died during those riots.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, fuck it. You got convicted of horrible crimes and you're in jail for proper reasons. Like, kids turned their parents in because they didn't agree with their things and they wanted them because they were scared for their life. And now they're just out on this. They can come back. And like, you think that kid who turned his parent in went, oh, thank God he's going away for a long time because he terrified us. And then it's like, oh yeah, dad's out because Donald Trump went, yeah, fuck it. They did a good job trying to get me back in power even though I lost. Like,
I think my only hope would be that things get so bad, people in America and the world realizes they never want this kind of person in power again. And
yeah,
it
but
will
we've
change
had
the
that
world
person in power before, Dan. It's
Yeah, but
called
he didn't actually do that
Adolf
much,
Hitler.
yes.
No,
Oh,
he
yeah.
didn't.
I meant more about when Trump was in power last time.
Oh yeah, but
didn't
we've
do that
had
much.
we've had these types of people in power. We've got a Vladimir Putin in power. We've got a Kim Jong-un in power. We've got
Yeah, but none of them are capitalists.
no, none of them was a
Not one was
businessman.
capitalist one.
None of them helped make their businesses go bankrupt 3 times or whatever it was. Or
And capitalism has a lot of problems.
Oh,
Like, just
yeah.
still the best system we have.
Well,
in the
look
US.
at the fucking
It's cheap.
photo of all of the tech CEOs at his fucking inauguration.
Oh yeah, they're all in the family area as well.
Yeah, like the fucking inauguration. Where is it? How do I type inauguration?
Just like inauguration.
No.
I-G-N-O-A, I don't know.
Yep. Oh, fuck's sake, inauguration.
You might as well just use a Google search for the microphone.
True, but that would require me to. There we go. There we go. Look at all these fucking CEOs. Just the world's richest men in one room going, yeah, we can control this dumb fuck. Elon, Mark Zuckerberg looking at Jeff Bezos' girlfriend's tits in one photo.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
The only one who wasn't there was Tim Cook. Oh no, was he? I don't know. Who knows?
They're probably best friends with Donald Trump because they're gonna reduce
Well, yeah.
sanctions on all of them.
Well, that's what the thing with the
Give them
H1. I can't remember what visa it is that allows people to work in the US for immigrants and shit like that. But it's like all the tech CEOs are like heavily in favor of it, and then all the people who supported Trump were like, no, get rid of it. And it's like, no, they're not going to do that because that gets them cheap labor.
Yeah.
If they did what Donald Trump wants, which is get rid of all the immigrants and put all these tariffs on countries, then the US's like entire revenue will just be like to the rich, because all of that money that they're taking from the other countries, those countries are just going to put on the product, and you're going to take the fucking hit of it. And all that immigration work that you don't want to do, there's not going to be anything. So all your homegrown products aren't going to have any labor behind it. It's so...
It also just creates so much red tape for other companies. So I think when Trump was in power last time, I think Biden got rid of it, but they're going to add it back in again. It is going to be that certain products, if you sell it to the US, has to be made with like a certain percentage of US components.
Yeah. Also, I think it's also the
US don't have everything.
Yeah. It's also what was I going to say? It was the fuck, I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, it's just a weird one because that's what it is.
Hypothetically, right, this is going to sound really stupid. It's because I was just thinking about I find it incredibly frustrating when a lot of countries kind of believe in their own self values and then will discard other countries. Oh, probably your stream. Your stream's gone.
Oh, sorry, I switched things by accident. There we go.
I was going to say, do you think hypothetically, if we could traverse the space, would the same thing happen to the world and it become like one nation of Earth as opposed to different countries?
No.
The same in Futurama.
I feel like the idealist in me goes, oh yeah, every country should just share its resources and do everything, and we should all get along.
Space gives infinite resource. If you can actually go to space and mine asteroids, that's infinite resource.
Nah, humans would find a way to fuck it up.
Probably, but
we'd just make the cheapest shit and then just bin it and still have a way of fucking arguing about resources. Oh yeah, this asteroid's ours. Get fucked. Like, it's got an American flag on it, even though it's got Chinese workers. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, I feel like I watched a video on like the Utopia and how most stories about Utopia always have a reveal that the Utopia was built on some sort of horrible sort of thing underneath. Like how you have like, oh yeah, this this Utopia where everyone lives happily and like no one has there's no crime, but they have to sacrifice a child every year. Like,
yeah,
it's like that because people don't believe in the idea of like a utopia because there's always something like running in the back of your head going, yeah, there's got to be a reason why it's bad. Like, it can't just be pure good. You can't just have this nice good thing happen. It's just a weird, I don't know, it's weird to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, how was your month? We spoke about some...
Oh, wow, so...
this podcast is meant to be about what happened during the month, and we were like, oh yeah, we'll talk about our lives, and then it's just like, oh yeah, there's a lot of other stuff going on in the world, isn't there?
There is, and to be fair, this month, I've been so quiet. I want to compare it to next month. Next month, I'm so fucking busy.
Same. 100% I'm busy next month as well.
Yeah. But
I'm going skiing next month. I'm not even...
Are you?
Yeah.
I wanted to go skiing.
You were invited if you want, but it's a bit late now.
I wasn't invited.
Yeah, I'm saying you've been invited in the past, and you were like,
I have, yeah. I didn't want to go before, but now I kind of do. But I actually want to go up to like Milton Keynes and learn to ski, basically.
Well, we haven't. I was thinking about that recently. I was like, we haven't seen each other in fucking ages. Like, actually,
No,
in person. I think the last time I saw you was like 2023's Halloween or something like that.
that was the last time we saw each other.
Yeah, and you didn't come to the Fort Park trip, so.
No, I didn't.
But yeah, I've spoken to you more than I have to other friend, but
I'm just online, you know.
yeah, that's the downside.
Maybe I don't
of being-
exist. Maybe I'm just a figment of everyone's imagination right now.
No, you're just AI. I've just created an AI chatbot because I'm so lonely. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
I was just thinking like we should do a meetup soon, or like at some point.
It'd be kind of cool to do like a podcast in real life.
Yeah, I've got the setup. I mean, I've got space.
But in terms of what I've done this year, I've actually watched two things, believe it or not.
You've done
two
more
new
than I
things.
have.
So I say new. Only one of them came out this year, but I watched X-Men '97 finally.
Still haven't watched that. I don't care.
It's actually, I can't explain why it's so good. It's so good.
Because it's story driven, I imagine.
Well, yeah, it is, but it's just really well.
Did you
done.
watch all of the original before you watched it, or did you not?
No,
So you just watched it
Didn't
based. So you just didn't watch any of the previous stuff.
no. So there's no nostalgia for me liking it.
Okay. Well, not even nostalgia. You don't even. It's just you don't have the context of all the previous stuff that's happened. You're just going in
Well,
like
you don't need to.
you're going in
you
like. What season is this? Like 7 seasons in or something like that.
6, I think. Season 6.
I don't know. I've never watched it.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't have the nostalgia of the 90s cartoon. All I ever hear is that stupid theme song of. And it's just like, okay,
It gets
cool.
addictive when you're watching it.
But it's a good theme song, don't get me wrong, but I fucking
It
hate
is.
Marvel's use of it in their fucking properties because it's just like, oh yeah, that's the only thing people know about the X-Men. So we're going to put people in and we're just going to play that theme song. And I'm like, oh my god, I don't care. Like, fuck off. It's not needed to introduce an X-Men.
Yeah. But actually, yeah, the TV show, very good.
I've heard it. I will get round to it. I just have no interest in it at the moment. I have
Well,
better.
that's kind of why I did it. I just had nothing else to do, and I was like, I don't know what to watch. I'll give it a go. And yeah, I watched them all. Great acting, great voice acting, storytelling, like a lot of plot twists that I wasn't aware of.
Z.
But yeah, they do cover like kind of events that happened in the previous seasons, like the Dark Phoenix saga.
Mm.
To be fair, they actually did the Dark. I mean, I never watched it, but the fact they had spread the Dark Phoenix over like 9 episodes makes me feel like they probably did a lot better than they did in the films.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they did.
Because it should be that long. Isn't that the longest comic book, Dark Phoenix? I think
One of them, I'm sure. I'm sure there's like longer running things, like sagas and things like that.
I think the longest is Secret Wars, and then it's in terms of Marvel, it's Secret Wars, then it's the Avengers, and then it's Dark Phoenix, maybe. Dunno.
Fuck no.
And
I'm not a
then-
comic book nerd.
No, I don't know much about. Them.
I get
Right,
my
sounds
like
right.
sources from like third party, so I'm just like, oh yeah, I can try and put this into a digestible way for like people who don't know anything, because I'm like I kind of border on the fence of like going way too nerdy and actually reading all of the stuff and then getting really involved, and then I'm like, oh yeah, no, I've watched all the movies and I know a lot about the comics through other sources, so I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of know, I kind of know how to explain this to a normie. And then I still go way too in depth, and people are like, "What?" Like when I was we went out to watch Deadpool and Wolverine, like a group of us when it came out, like a couple weeks after, and I was sat there, and it was like a bunch of people who had not watched much Marvel stuff, and like a couple people who knew everything, and they all just turned to me and went, "Explain what happened," and I was like, "Oh my god, okay, here's what this is."
No wonder
And-
you hated that film.
No, I don't hate that film. I like that film. I don't think it's the best Deadpool movie. It's not a like compared to all the other stuff Marvel and Sony and like DC released over the last couple years, it's very highly up there, but it's not like I feel like it's middle of the road Marvel. I'm not saying it's the best thing ever. I think it's just because it also came out during a writer's strike, so they didn't have a lot and all of that stuff, and it's just like a lot of it feels like dubbed over, but who knows? I just like Deadpool 2 a lot. that's I just really enjoyed Deadpool 2. It's the one I'd go back and watch more, because I don't get me wrong, I love Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds in their roles, but I think I'm there for a bit more story that has more narrative weight, and I'm like, yeah. Anyway, I've talked to death about that stupid movie.
Yeah, I'll try to see if there's something else I've watched on.
Well, you've beaten me because you said you had two. You'd had X-Men '94 and then
Yeah, and the other
97.
thing I've watched, not necessarily a new thing, but it's a reality TV show, and it's The Traitors in the UK. I don't know if you have you heard of it.
Is it on Disney Plus and it's got like?
No, it's BBC.
Yeah, but I think it might be on Disney Plus, isn't it?
No, it's on BBC. They own all the rights.
Is it David Tennant?
No, The Traitors is Claudia Winkleman.
I have no idea who that is.
She's a woman with a massive fringe covering her eyes.
Doesn't help me. I don't acknowledge women.
Okay. Anyway.
First stream, first cancel. That's great.
I was going to say, so The Traitors, it's a reality TV show where 22 contestants go up to the Scottish Highlands and basically play a game of, do you know, Werewolf?
Yeah.
We played before? It's basically one of those, or Mafia is another one.
Is she like on Strictly?
I think she is, yeah.
Okay, I think she had like a horrible accident or something, didn't she? And then, am I thinking?
I don't know.
I feel like she had an accident, and that's. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. Anyway, so at the start of the season, they picked 3 traitors, which is like the werewolf or something in other games, and then they got a complete like task to earn money for the prize pot, and then each night they get to murder somebody, and during the day they can choose to banish a player. But it's so like captivating to watch because everyone's just there voting people out, insulting other people's characters just based on pure vibes. Like this one guy got voted out because he was a doctor, and they thought, that makes sense. You're a traitor because you're a doctor for your work. He did nothing wrong. He just told him his job.
Yeah,
and he just got voted out for it. And
that's
it's
why,
so
like,
funny. And
it's like why games like Among Us and everything have taken off because people just get blamed for the stupidest fucking things that don't matter.
And that's basically all that is. And honestly, I can't recommend it enough. It's, I think this last year's was better than this year's, but don't get me wrong, it's brilliant. Come in to watch it.
I can't watch it, so I don't have a TV license, so I'm not allowed to watch it. No. Yeah. So that's cool, I guess. It's something. It seems okay.
There's nothing different
from your description.
It's actually really good.
If anyone likes it, check it out.
Highlights on YouTube. It is so funny.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of British television does stuff well.
I think it's like the most popular reality TV show since the early 2000s. It's really popular in the UK.
Oh yeah, everything's because it's old people. Old people love watching stuff.
No. Young people love watching this as well. It's because it's so it's not usually like older contestants. It's usually more younger people doing it.
Fair.
Like more our generation doing it. So it's Also, even on BBC, it's actually got like a lot of swearing involved and everything.
Yeah, fair.
That's not like a young show. It's like a quite aggression, and it's like a lot of times it's actually quite emotional. In a kind of way, people like actually get vote out and they get so heightened emotions because it's it's filmed over 2 weeks. This show,
right?
So the people in it, they actually develop like strong emotional bonds to these other players, and then when they find out, or they get voted out, or they find out they get murdered and everything, like they actually, and then during the 2 weeks, they're not allowed to see anyone else outside of the show.
Okay.
So like all the emotional bonds and like it's all attached to each other, and it's just I don't know. I find it hilarious to watch.
Yeah, I feel like you'd like Love Island and all of those reality.
No, it's not like.
That's because it just. I'm sorry, but the premise you just described was like, all these people form deep emotional bonds. They hate each other because of stupid reasons, and they vote each other out.
No, they actually like each other, but they vote each other out because of
Yeah, I feel like that's a Love Island and all those stupid things. Like I haven't watched any of those.
But it actually has brains because it actually has people like talking about their lives or their disabilities or things.
How dare you say hot, attractive men and women who do nothing but post on Instagram have no intelligence?
Yeah, and it's actually people talking about kind of like real world events and like actual kind of intelligent conversations as opposed to Love Island of not knowing where Wales is on a map.
I mean, I don't know where Wales is on a map. Is it to the north, the right? No. It's to the left, Dan. I know where Wales is.
Well, it depends which way you're facing.
True.
For me, it's up.
Or if you're in space, it's down there somewhere. Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I kind of watch really.
Well, I mean,
And everything I've been doing is just tidying the house because I've only just kind of recovered from Christmas.
Yeah, I've done a lot of tidying. I had to put a lot of things in boxes and put them up in the loft and make space because I've gone very every New Year's person's resolution, get fitter. But I have bought stuff. Wait, hang on, this way. There you go. I don't know how cameras work. Hang on. There.
Yeah, I can see it. We can see
there.
it. We can see it.
There. There's weights and shit and a bench somewhere over there. But I've gone. I'm gonna get healthier, and I don't want to pay for a gym membership, so I'll buy stuff and pay exorbitant prices for how much gym equipment is. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's an investment.
It is an investment. Why spend?
Like, buying a set of weights, you could do a lot with a set of weights.
Yeah, it's just I spent a lot of money over the fucking holiday period, and I spent money on a ski trip, and so my finances are very like low. So if you can, anyone on Twitch or YouTube or any of these, we have financial aid in the links in the descriptions below.
Like, give us charity, please.
Yeah, I'll split it with Dan 50-50. Wink, 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 wink. I have access to the accounts. Dan doesn't.
That's true. You actually could pay Danny.
Yeah, you could just Also, there's PayPal. I'll send you a link. But yeah, no. I other than that, I've done not much. I've basically the only things I've watched are Castlevania Nocturne season 2 because that show is fucking incredible. I love it. I love all of the Castlevania.
Is it like actually set after the original? Or
yeah, it's set like
different?
200, 300 years after the original, and it's in the French Revolution. So they're killing all the royals, and the vampires have basically infested the royal lineage and all of that. And there's a god messiah vampire who's trying to take over, and there's a vampire who killed the main protagonist's mum, and they're back in the fray and how all of that works and all of these things. It's a really fucking good show. Like, if you like Castlevania, the spin-off is really good as well. Season 2 wraps up nicely. I feel like they're not getting... I feel like they could do a season 3, but I feel like it wrapped up enough where you don't need a season 3, and I hope they do more like eras of like vampire hunters. Because he's like the descendant of Trevor Belmont from Castlevania.
Right.
But like 4 or 5 generations removed.
I thought like the vampire was good after that. The guy that was a vampire turned to a good guy.
Which one? Dracula? Or
it was
Alucard
or something.
Well, yeah, Alucard always was a good guy. He was never a bad guy.
But I thought didn't they kill the bad vampires and keep him around or something? I don't know.
Well, yeah, he's still around. Because he's a vampire and he lives forever, basically, until he dies.
Oh, so Alucard's still there then?
Yeah. Spoilers for the end of the first season. He turns up at the end and goes, "Hey, look, I'm here to help now." And then the second season has him all in it. So.
Right.
But yeah, it's a really good show. I recommend it to most people. But I do that a lot. I recommend things and people go, "Oh yeah." But
I forgot to say, I also watched Squid Game as well.
I haven't watched that. It does not interest me. Did you watch Mr. Beast's Squid Game?
I've actually been watching his week to week.
You are the only person who I know who has watched that.
Like, I had nothing else to do. It's kind of like when I'm sat down eating my dinner with my girlfriend. I'm like, "What do we watch?" And it was just on. I was kind of interested, and yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I've heard nothing about that show. Like, not even anyone. Like, Amazon's like one of the most expensive shows in the world and with the biggest prize pool or whatever it is, and I have never seen anyone talk about it. Nothing, no traction or anything on YouTube or anything. It's just like it came and went.
Yeah, it's still going.
Is it? I could not fucking.
Yeah, it's week to week.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean. I keep watching it each week. So I'm like, kind of.
Okay, so that's. I thought it was just like Netflix where it was all out, and it was just like here it is. Yeah. Okay. That's
Amazon don't normally do dumb someone go. They normally do week to week.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I've heard nothing. That's the thing. If it was week to week and it was like hype was there, I would be like, oh yeah, people were talking about it.
There's nothing
fucking
about it.
dead.
It's just
fucking dead. I'm like, how the fuck do you make a show with the most popular YouTuber on the fucking planet for some reason, and it just die? It's weird to me. Let's have a look.
There were some kind of cool parts about it because there was like a few plot lines where you kind of create villains and heroes or whatever. I don't know what they talk about because they actually did it. I like watching YouTuber Mr. Who's the Boss.
I have no idea who that is.
He's like a British tech YouTuber, but he kind of did a behind the scenes of Beast Games and everything, and it was kind of interesting to see like how the producers do it.
Are you out of touch about Amazon's Beast Games, or are the children wrong? From Forbes. What a good headline. Mr. Beast's a great game show is a dystopian nightmare, perfect for something. Who gets hit by the final train? Oh, we're getting people hit by a train. Great.
Like I said, it's not like anything revolutionary. It's just any other kind of TV game show thing.
Yeah, I feel like what happens though is that it's all the controversy surrounding like the behind the scenes leaked way before, and I feel like because it's a generation of like people who are growing up on the internet with beef, it all just basically comes to a head, and it's like, oh yeah, we hate this now.
Are you showing pictures of dogs on the screen just to get people to click on our stream?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Can't argue that logic.
Why not? It's also the only one that looks like it doesn't have AI generated images whenever I type in something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, good. The dog community is keeping the fucking AI people away. The cat people doing a terrible job. But yeah, I've watched this year only that, and I finished off watching Tower of God Season 2 because it's an anime and it was releasing week to week, and with anime, the English voice dub takes a while after the episode comes out from the Japanese or Korean or whatever thing side of it is. So you end up having to wait a couple weeks after, and I don't like watching it with subtitles. So
I prefer subtitles.
I can't read because I'm dyslexic, so I can't do two things at once and read subtitles and actually pay attention to the show. So I'd have to watch it twice.
I think I just end up just watching the subtitles.
Well, yeah, that's what I'd end up doing. I can't. That's why I haven't watched like Godzilla -1 and all of these things where it's got like subtitles, and that's why I like haven't watched Shogun and things like that, because I'm like, I want to watch it and appreciate it, but I can't watch it because my brain will not let me actually watch the show, and I don't want to watch it for subtitles. I want to watch it for the actual thing that's happening on the screen. But my brain will just make my eyes go down to the fucking bottom of the screen and read the words, and not pay attention to what's actually happening. So I need the fucking audio to make my brain go, oh, look at the pretty pictures.
I'll tell you why I don't like dubbed. And I have a thing, I can't explain it. I don't like if the audio doesn't match the lips.
I couldn't care less. I've gotten used to it. I watched Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid. And Pokemon and all that. Like, there are good dubs. They make the animation now in a more...
Why don't you just learn the language?
Hey, look, a lot of people, when TikTok was banned, were going to learn Chinese and Mandarin and all of that, so... Like, Duolingo's spike of, like, Mandarin users went up massively. Also, people flooded to other Chinese spyware, apparently.
Yeah, there was another app called, like, Red Note, which is basically the China propaganda version of TikTok.
I think it's TikTok's version of Threads, or, like, Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, China's version of that, or something. People were comparing it to, rather than TikTok, it was more like Instagram. But then it was just
I don't know, when I saw it, because I saw the app and it looks very similar to TikTok.
Well, yeah, it's all the same fucking software. Like, it's like everything.
Yeah,
it's probably all the same base bone mechanics, and it's probably using the same algorithm. But did you see when TikTok came back to the US, it was like, you can't do these things. You can't say fuck Donald Trump. You can't do free Palestine. You can't do any of this stuff. Because it's been heavily moderated and censored by the Trump administration. Also, now it's basically going to either be sold to Microsoft, to Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, or any one of Donald Trump's friends. Or split 50-50 and whatnot. It's mad.
It is ridiculous.
But yeah, I watched Tower of God, which is a really good show. Mainly because it's based on a really good comic. Hey, look, I do read comics. I read
Yeah,
web
you did.
comics, yeah. But they're not mainstream Marvel shit. They're all just small time like creators. But hey, look, they've got an anime out of it. But yeah, it's really good. It's like 2015, so nearly this year 10 years since the thing came out. So, and I read it since like 2018. So, but yeah, it's
Yeah,
weird going back and watching something that's based on something that you read like several years ago and going, I don't remember any of this. It's all brand new to me. That's why I feel like Harry Potter nerds are so upset whenever something comes out, because it's like, I've been reading this every day for every year of every moment of my entire existence, and then it's like, oh, that didn't do what I wanted. Whereas I'm like, I forgot about that. Oh, that's cool. I get to see it in an actual moving picture now. It's different strokes, I guess.
yeah. Yeah, I was going on my phone. I was trying to see if there's anything else I've done this year. I mean, I tried doing the 75 soft challenge
The what?
at the start of the year. 75 soft. So it's like
You
a
have to
health thing.
fuck 75 soft men.
Yeah, literally. You do.
I mean, there was
no,
that woman who fucked 100 men in a day.
1,000.
No, there was 100. I
No,
mean,
it was 1,000.
no, it wasn't 1,000, was it?
No, it was 1,000. There's a woman who did 1,012 hours. Is that OnlyFans model?
Yeah, but I don't think it was a
one guy.
1,000. Was
Is
it?
it one guy every 48 seconds?
Right, 1,000 minutes. Oh, is it 1,000? Fuck me. Okay, I thought it was 100.
No, it was 1,000.
That's depressing.
It used to be 100. That was the record, and I went to 1,000.
No, the record's like 6,000 something.
No, that is the record. That's what the whole thing was. It was a Guinness World Record to break the record in 24 hours.
I thought it was. Oh, God, I don't pay attention to sex maniacs. No, see, look, it's a slept with 100 men.
Yeah, that's before. That was one. That was
So
like
she
1
did
month
it
ago.
again.
Yeah, she did. She did it. She changed it.
Oh, for fuck's
Now 1,000. She
Jesus.
did it like this month.
Oh yeah, there's the other woman as well who was like going to go to Australia and fuck. No, it's not the same person.
It was a different person.
Yeah, there was this one's a different person, Lily Phillips, and then there's the Bonnie Blue one. So she wants a.
Yeah, Bonnie Blue is the one who did 1,000. I think.
Yeah, she was the one who was going to go to Australia and fuck a bunch of post grad teenagers. Because she.
Probably what she did.
No, because they banned her from going to Australia.
How did they?
Yeah. British World Sex Marathon.
Like, that must have hurt, surely.
Well, when you look at the documentary for this chick, she looks traumatized. I haven't watched it, but like I saw clips and I was like, "Fuck me." She like has post-traumatic stress. It's fucking.
I'm not surprised.
And get like, oh my god, it looks fucking revolting. I feel like she.
12 seconds.
Also, like, what the fuck are the men who are going to that doing?
Yeah, you're
Like-
knowing they're doing that.
Yeah, you're knowingly doing that. You're literally going, I don't want to fuck dudes because I'm straight. And you're going in after a dude's fucked her for 2 minutes or whatever. I'm assuming. It was 2 minutes or something with this girl.
It was 48 seconds.
Okay. What, for
Yeah,
this 1,001? Yeah.
Yeah, average is 48 seconds.
And like, I don't think they did any screening of like the people there or anything.
No, it
So
didn't.
it's just like, what the fuck? Like, any one of these people could just be horrendous. And like, what are you doing? Like, I'm all for fucking positivity of like women taking control of their body, but this is just insane.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not taking control of your body. That's doing something really fucked up shit.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't want to take 100 dudes at once, or like over 24 hours. It would be fucking painful. I wouldn't be able to sit on a toilet for weeks. Like, fuck me. Not literally. Please, don't queue up, men. It's not worth it. 100,000 ladies, maybe. Hey, look, yeah. But no, fuck that.
Yeah, I've not done that much research into this. I don't want
Look,
to
why
know.
would you want to?
Yeah, I was like, I want my time researching this month. This is
I mean,
not what
because
I'm looking into.
I think this is the woman who had sex with a father and son at the same time.
It probably is.
No, cause I think she went on and because I fucking heard about her, and then it was like, oh yeah, because I heard about her because I watched an Australian comedian called Lewis Spears, and he did a video on it, basically saying why she was being banned from coming to Australia, because it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and bang people who have just basically turned 18 to teach them about sex, and it's like, no, you're not. Like, what's there to teach this? Like, you're just basically going, yeah, women are used for sex. That's all you're. Like, I'm not. I get her point, but if she was sitting down teaching them about safe sex, but no, she's just fucking them to give them like the thing to say you're not a virgin, basically.
Yeah.
We should hire her for our friend.
No. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Look, I'm sure one of our other friends has probably already used her services. That fucking degenerate.
I actually don't know which one you're talking about, but I think I do.
It's the one none of us like, but has friends regardless. Yeah. Anyway, let's take 100 banging bitches off our page. Let's go back to cute cats.
Maybe not back on.
Let's go back to dogs. 100 dogs in a day. Ugh.
100 dogs in a day. Probably easier.
Look, I'm sure that's someone's fetish. Every furry out there's probably got that on their to-do list. Poor German
I also
Shepherd.
learned to become an accountant this month.
You learn how to pick up an accountant.
No, to be an accountant.
Oh, okay.
This month, I've actually been doing a lot of learning. So, but because my girlfriend's baking business, I've now learned how to do the accounting for her business.
Mm-hmm.
Learning the different laws and everything. Although I need to run it past an actual accountant, so I can just check to make sure what I'm doing is correct. And I've also had to do like loads of different cooking this month. While I'm learning how to like make things, like making different sauces from scratch. Last night I made a banging beef chili. Honestly, it was so good.
100 chilies in a day. Banging.
100 chilies in a day, shut up my house. Get that ring of fire.
That's probably the same result as getting 100 dudes pegging you or something.
Yeah, probably. I think I'd rather have the chili, I'll be honest.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't done much other than that this month, really. Like, it's been a kind of relaxed month. Like, recover. Because I'd basically gone to a wedding over Christmas on New Year's Eve and done like that, and come back the first day back, and I was just like, right, I'll get onto this, and then I've just been like, yep, chilling, just nothing. I feel like, because I'm basically going skiing next month, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm building up to that, and then I want to do other things next month, and I'm like, I have no money, I'm financially poor. So again, please support us. It's all worth it. Give us.
That's what I can talk about. I can talk about my New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah, how was it?
Because it did not go to fucking plan the slightest.
Right. Okay. What was your?
So originally, for New Year's Eve, I was trying to host a New Year's Eve party. So I knew you were away, whatever, and my girlfriend invited her friends, and all of my friends were busy. I knew normally.
Yeah, they were with me.
No one.
We had a banging New Year.
My guys from work, they're from different parts of the country, so on Christmas, New Year's Eve, they go back home. So yeah, there's no one there. So I chose to invite my family instead, because to be fair, I usually go on quite a while with my family. Like, we kind of drink together. We have, it's more like open, like friendship sort of thing.
100 family members on New Year's Eve.
Anyway, so he told my girlfriend's friends that my parents are coming, and the rest of my family, and they said they don't mind the rest of my family coming, but they don't want to come if my parents come along.
Well, yeah, no one wants to come when the family's coming.
All right, which I don't know. Do you think that's a bit of a shitty thing to say?
Not really. You don't want to be on edge on New Year's.
Force you to no, but it's like force you to uninvite your parents because they want to come.
I mean, not really. I feel like it's a douche. I think it's a douche move to say it to you, like to you. I guess not saying it to you directly, or did they say it to you directly?
I said to my girlfriend.
Yeah, not saying it to you. Was it her parents or your parents?
That's my parents.
Yeah, to not say it to you directly, to go and say it to the other person in your not their parents or anything like that, so that you would then guilt trip them if they wanted to do it. That's the dumb thing I find.
Yeah, and it literally it put us in such an awkward position because we're like, well, what do we do now?
I wouldn't invite them. I would have just said, no, fuck it. I like my parents more.
So basically what they did, they decided to do their own thing, and we were like, fine, whatever. They basically said, oh, we know it's a difficult decision for you, so we'll make it easier for you, and we'll just host our own party.
Yeah. Which, I don't know.
That's a shitty thing to say.
Well, no, because I'm like, I wouldn't invite my parents to New Year's, to be honest. Like, personally, I love my parents, but I am a child of divorce, so having both my parents in a room where I want to have fun, not a great time. And I don't want my mum to see me in a state of alcoholic bliss. Like, I basically had a New Year's where I was like getting with a girl, and I was like, I can't bring my mum, like, because I can't bring her back because my mum's in the house, and then my mum wasn't in the house because she'd gone off for New Year's and didn't tell me, and I was like, fuck you. I was like, I could have done something. But like, I was like, I can't do this, and I didn't have money to buy like a hotel or anything. And I was like, that's a weird thing to do, also, just to go and buy.
You can invite back to your house for your parents.
I didn't want to. That's not.
I
Because
would.
that was also around the time when I hadn't lost my virginity. So I was like, this is the first time. And I'm like, I don't want to have it where my parents could hear it. Or my mum, at least. So I was like,
But
no,
yeah,
fuck that. I'm not doing that.
A bit more contact. I'm really close to my parents. Like for a long
Well, yes,
time,
you've got a very
growing
weird
up.
relationship with your parents. From
Yeah,
my
I get-
perspective, like,
I know.
from because it's different. It's different family. Like, I don't. I think for you, it works, and it's what I would never do any of the stuff you have told me that you've told your parents. I would never tell anything.
Yeah, our parents are they're very open with me, and I don't know,
I'm
it feels
sure.
weird, but I think it's quite like a
Hey,
healthy
Dad,
relationship,
open up.
I'd
I'm
say.
coming in.
Oh, fuck no. But it's not like there's like no secret. It's like there's no kind of hard feelings. Like, I don't know, everyone's kind of nice.
There's a lot of hard things,
like-
though.
And my parents, they drink more than me when they're around me. Like they're the alcoholics, and they're great fun. But yeah, they wouldn't want to come along anyway.
They'd
Let's
come
cut the story
on.
a bit shorter. Rest of my family members. One of them actually double booked and went to another party, and then someone else got ill, had a cold, and couldn't come because they had like a flu. And then my mum broke her foot. So, all in all, didn't have anything. Just stayed at home. Played board games with my girlfriend.
Yeah, I
That was
mean,
it.
that's a good New Year's anyway. Last year I did
That's
fuck
fun.
all. I just
Didn't
watched
drink.
Blue Eyes Samurai. Blue Eye Samurai last year. That was my New Year. Because I couldn't be asked to do the stressful thing of going out. Because what had happened, no one planned anything. Or people had planned things, but everyone had different plans. So last year was, not last year, the year before, 2023's New Year's to 2024's New Year's. Because we're in a new year this year. We're in 2025. So if I said last year's New Year's, it would be 2024. But basically, it was basically everyone had gone out to do their own thing, and it was me and my friend, and he'd been told one thing that he was doing with one person, and then that person basically went, oh shit, I'm doing this now, and I didn't tell him, so he then had to get on a train to go to the London to then go hang out at someone else's house that he'd never met with some other people. Because one person had come all the way, was backpacking and shit, and had to go and didn't have anything to do, and I was doing nothing, and I was like, if you want to do that, go for it. I'm just gonna stay here. I'm not fucking. I'm not being a third wheel to a third wheel with a third wheel to go to someone else's house. I'm not doing that. I can't.
I mean, that will just turned into a lorry.
Yeah, I just could not be fucked. I was like, I'm not going to London last minute to go spend New Year's with some people I don't know. I don't drink really anyway, so I wouldn't really be doing anything. I'm like, I can't be asked. It's just too much. I'll just fucking stay at home, watch Blue Eye Samurai, and just enjoy my time. Go and have a little celebration when New Year's happens. Go, because I'm going to be up anyway. I'm like, I'm not going to go to bed early or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't ever do that. I'm just like, yeah, fuck it. I'll just sit here and watch something and then just go to bed when it's like I feel tired. But yeah, I don't know. I like New Year's. It's one of the times I get to let loose and have a bit of relaxing.
My favorite New Year's is still the one where you guys came down to Bristol. I love that New Year's. It's so memorable.
Yeah,
Maybe not necessarily for the right reasons, but it was very memorable.
yeah, I like that New Year. It's a good New Year's. I like that one. It's probably second after the one where I actually nearly got lucky, but
That's understandable.
well, yeah, because it's more of a young man in his trying to be in his prime when it's like, oh yeah, I'm 8. I think, how old was I? 19, 20.
That's not prime though. Prime is do you know for men? Prime age is like 27.
Yeah, I know that. I'm coming up to it, Dad. I'm 26. I'm
Yeah.
coming on to 27.
You know your prime. And this is your prime time now. Like, get on the dating apps. You got this. And make sure there's a picture of you and a dog in there.
Well, yeah. Well, it's unfortunate that the 2 dogs that I liked of my dad's were dead, so I can't take any recent photos of me. I do have a photo of me wearing a suit now, and that has definitely
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's definitely made the ticking, like the number, go up, and then it's just like I hate it because it just makes them not show up on my fucking app. unless I pay for it. So it's a dumb thing for women to like me because it's just like, oh yeah, well, if I swipe right on him and it goes into the likes, he will never see it because that's how the algorithm works unless you pay for it. It's dumb.
That's
Yeah.
how they do it. They make money.
Yep. I don't know. I just don't care. I'm like, it will happen if it happens. It's just not worth worrying about. I will die alone if I have to. Yeah, if not, I'll just take someone with me. I'll just be like, hey, you, come, I'm gonna drag you into the grave. I'm not dying alone.
I did actually find out. I didn't know this. Apparently, when you match with a girl, you're meant to give them your number to get them off the app.
Well, yeah, but I think that's... Yeah, I'm sure you do that at some stage. You're meant to have like...
You're meant to do it like within the first couple of days, apparently.
Well, yeah, you're meant to go basically, from what I understand, and this is not me watching like Dude Bro going, hey, look, this is how you dominate a woman, because fuck that shit. Also, that was something I was thinking about this year, is how all of those Dude Bros are mostly probably pedophiles, because their logic is that you need to fuck virgins, and...
Yeah, that's fucked.
And to me, it makes it basically go, well, modern women don't, I'm sure, have had sex before. Like, I'm sure there are a majority of like 20 plus women who haven't had sex, and that's fine. We know 20 plus year old men who haven't had sex, and that's fine. But I'm like, the idea of dominating a woman to me, or basically dating a virgin, is basically the ideal of like, yeah, purity, and you shouldn't have sex, and all, and you should be the first. But like, that's not how the world works, because that's just like, at least in their eyes, they want to be having sex with multiple women, going, yeah, they're all virgins.
Yeah,
and then my logic that for that I go, the logic is, well, women have sex a lot in their life, I imagine, or a lot of women will probably have sex a lot, or like some will have some sex, but you can't ever find a virgin. Like, it's very rare that you'll find a virgin who's a plus 20 at this point. So that's why men go for like younger women, because they're easier and they haven't had sex yet. And it's like, well, is being like with someone who's a virgin better than being with someone who's a fucking...
Also, just saying, women tend to like men that are older.
Yeah, but men...
Like, normally at 22 you would look...
Well, it's because it's the mentality thing. Men mature later than women. Women mature way earlier than men is, because like men mature in their 20s and things, like women mature in their teens. In terms of like mental state. Women, like, it's all nonsense, pseudoscience bullshit anyway. But I do find that any man who's like, I'm an alpha male, or like I have that, is probably just a fucking pedophile in disguise, because it's like, yeah, where's your logic in like women have to be a virgin at like 30 because they have to date you, who's a man in their 30s? It's like, it's dumb. You can't expect someone to wait for you in this world. Like, I was like one of those, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna find a virgin at some, when I'm a virgin, I'll date a virgin or whatever like that. And then I was just like, I'm 26 now. And I'm like, if I...
It doesn't work like that.
I'm just like, if I fucking went up to a woman and went, are you a virgin, so I can fuck you because I was a virgin at that point. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It's illogical to ask a woman to have
also,
kept...
It doesn't make sense if you actually want like a good sex life.
No, you want someone who's experienced.
Yeah, you want someone who's experienced. They teach you things, so then you learn. And then
or like, even if you are like even if you are... Yeah, even if you are like a virgin at the point, and you both are virgins, and you're both like, you're learning, experiencing, you're trying to do new things. You're not just having missionary sex, I imagine. But then, even if you break up, you're like, okay, well, I'll go and take these skills that I've learned to try and help please the guy who I actually want to use these skills on. It's like, I find that logic so weird. And I'm just going to start calling people who have that mentality a pedophile now, even if it's not true. Because your logic is so weird, and if you're going to have a weird logic, I'm going to call you a pedophile. Anyway, that was a fun tangent.
Yeah.
What were we talking about before?
I don't even remember. I was going to say that. Let's finish this up with probably saying like what we're looking forward to maybe this year or this
I'm
month.
hungry.
I'm going skiing. I'm trying to do more activities. I've got a bunch of music stuff going on. Speaking of things, is you might get your fucking tickets. I don't know. We'll see.
Wait, what day is it?
Sometime in June, I'll find out for you.
It's June. Okay, I might be away. I'm
That's
away at
fine.
some point.
I'm still gonna probably. I don't know. I might go anyway. I don't know. But
Me and you go together. It's fine.
who?
Just me and you.
Oh yeah, what a romantic day that would be. Yeah. Anyway.
I'll wingman you. It's fine. I'm sure you'll find some girls there.
That's the most depressing thing I've ever heard. I'll wingman you. I'm like, ugh.
What's wrong with that? I got a great game. Definitely. I had not pretty good lucky too.
Well, look, if I'm not gonna lie, if we were to look at our social group, I think most of us would have agreed you were not the one who was going to be in a relationship.
What do you?
Based on previous, like, your actions and things like that, we were like, yeah, this guy ain't gonna be getting a girlfriend anytime soon. And then, yeah, you've outbeat us all, so I'm like, congrats, go for it. Brag.
I'll tell you what.
Like, be proud.
It's
Wow.
the neurodivergent. I can't explain it. Just be neurodivergent.
She was only 12 when you met, so.
She said she was 12.
No. Anyway. What about you? What are you looking forward to?
I'm just going to do more things. I want to host more events. So we have a massive board game collection now. Do you know those IKEA 4x4 Calyx units at all?
Yep.
So basically we've got a full one of those just filled up with board games.
You're like our friend Marcus.
Well, we don't play them. That's the trouble. So
That's the thing. You'll like Marcus because he loves board games. So you should get on the calls with when Marcus is in and do Marvel Rivals and things like that with us.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Marvel Rivals. I don't know why.
It's because you don't have anyone to play with. It sucks when you're on your own.
And I play with someone else, but I'm not a fan of it.
You haven't been in a group where it's fun. Because everyone's a dumbass in that game, I'm not going to lie. Like, I hate it. Because I play support, so I'm just healing people. And the amount of people who just don't do anything to help the support do their role is ridiculous.
Yeah, got some live events as well. I'm just going to see Jimmy Carr in...
I don't have any comedians yet this year. I haven't seen anything that's worth, like, me going. I've got more music than I have them, which is odd, because I'm like... Oh yeah, I should be doing comedians.
Yeah, so in Feb I've got a music event, I've got a musical, and I've got a comedian.
In Feb I've got a week of skiing, and then got to get my car serviced. Ooh.
Oh, I've got to tell the whole story. We'll finish up soon, but very quickly. I moved out originally of my parents' house in like August 2023, and then I actually moved into my girlfriend's place in like December.
I remember this story. Yes.
No, this is different because so I paid for whatever, but I actually forgot to change my car registration.
Oh, so your fucking things were being sent.
So I kind of forgot about this entirely, and then on the 20th of December, I was watching something about F1. I don't know why, and in my brain I just twigged. I forgot to pay for my car tax this month. And it ran out on the 1st of December. And I'm like, I also drove to London, or near London this time, on the M4. And I'm like, I've driven to Bristol. I should probably have been caught for this, because tax I'm normally quite hard on.
I don't know. I've never not paid my tax.
But
I'm a good boy.
Of course, I know the people I used to live with. But I'm like, why didn't they tell me anything? And I realised this, when none of them are there, it's a Saturday night, so I can't bring up the DVLA. And also, like, how do I know they've not missed anything else from me? Like, I might have missed like 3 years, like a whole year with parking fines or speeding fines. Like, maybe I have a warrant out for my arrest at this point. Like, what the fuck? I'm just stressing on just panicking at 2 a.m, saying, what do I do?
Look, I will admit, the only time I've had a ticket for anything related to driving is when I went to Bristol and I got fucking caught in a bus lane for no fucking reason because it was pouring down in pitch black night and I didn't fucking know where I was going, and there just happens to be a bus lane that I drive in for like 2 seconds with no buses in it. So it's like, why am I getting fucking fined for this? It's like 75 quid. It's like, fuck you.
But yeah, I paid for my tax, and actually everything was fine. They just missed that letter, but it was concerning how they missed that letter and then it didn't tell me about it. Because they would have seen it in November. And I've seen them all for like 4 weeks.
Well, look, I'll tell you the same thing because I was in a similar situation. Not like I didn't miss the payment, but I did. My mum was off on holiday, so she was like, "Oh yeah, can you go pop round to my house and pick up, like, look at the house, check anything is, feed the fish and whatnot, and whatnot." So I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll go do that." And then I went down there, and I went, "Oh yeah, here's some post." Looked through it just to see if anything, because my mum still receives post for me at some points because I haven't, like, you're never going to fully change everything over, or if you do, it's like, well, I don't care that much about this. It's like AA membership. It's like, oh yeah, I don't care if it's not, because my mum still lives there, so it's like,
Yeah.
why would I change it? And then it was like, here's your car tax letter, and I was like, oh yeah, shit, I haven't moved my car over.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh yeah, fuck, I need to pay that this month. And then I've been getting, like, it's weird because I feel like I've been getting scam insurance things on my email, because it's like, you haven't paid your car tax, it's running out, but it's like your car tax is overdue, and I'm like, no, it's not, because it's on the letter, it says the 31st of January. And it's like, you haven't paid your car tax, and I'm like, how the fuck do they know my car tax is in January? Like, I don't even know my car tax is in January.
Thing is, it's actually really easy to find out anyone's car tax.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure there's 100.
No, it's literally just go on the government website, put in a car registration, it'll let you know.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, I'm sure it's easy as fuck to find out anything you want if you want. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyway, we've still got a week left of January, but nothing I have going on is really that exciting. So I don't think we're gonna suddenly jump back in and go, update.
Nice
This
to
has
meet you
happened.
in Bober.
But it
Not gonna combined.
it might, but it might happen.
Well, actually, I'm gonna go see Wicked tomorrow night.
That sounds wicked, Dan. Did you see
Thank
it
you.
was one of the
I had
most highly awarded, nominated things in the Oscars?
Yeah, apparently it's really good, so I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't care.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know next month if it's alright.
Oh, also, update. You may or may not have heard through previous episodes me fucking freak out about a random voice in the fucking my ears going, random shit. I have discovered what that fucking is, and I don't know.
Oh yeah, what is it?
It's a Twitch mod notification thing that's going through my ears, basically, for like a stupid little monster thing that tells you how many subs you've got. And it and so I randomly hear like ZZZ, or I'm hungry, or nice to meet you, I'm the name of the thing I heard. And because it's such an AI generated voice, I don't fucking understand half of what it's trying to say. And it's just been picking up in my ears for like the last fucking couple months every time I've opened up. Whenever we've done like a video, and I'm like, why the fuck am I hearing a fucking voice every now and again? And it's because of this stupid fucking Twitch add-on thing, extension. And
yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
a Pando thing.
yeah.
So Pando is a community pet, but to choose between 8 adorable pets, last newsfeed.
Yeah, and I added that like ages ago, and because I never fucking stream, I forget about it. Because I never have the fucking stream up, because we never stream, we just recorded the audio. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And because it's so unintelligible, I'm like, oh. So now I've discovered what that is. So I will be trying to turn that off in noise or whatever, so I don't fucking go, what the fuck is that every time? Because I feel like I've done it once or twice in this stream, going, oh, what the fuck is that? But because I've never had the chat up, I've never fucking been able to put it 2 and 2 together. Because it just sounds
That's so funny. That's so
mad.
funny.
So yeah, I've been feeling like I've had a virus on my computer for months going, what the fuck? Oh, well that's a nice tail end to that saga. Jesus.
I'll leave it there then.
Yeah, we'll see you at the end of February to talk about all the shit we've done. And all the news that's happened, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how badly America's gone. We'll see if Trump buys Greenland or Canada.
That's not happening.
Oh god no, but look, he might buy the Panama Canal by force.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for listening, thank you for watching, thank you for liking, subscribing, and doing all the fun things that you should do on these videos to help us out. Thank you for the viewership on the last couple videos. We've actually been going above like a lot of like average viewership numbers for previous episodes.
Oh
Like,
really?
Yeah, we've had decent.
Maybe we should not skip to month.
Yeah, well, we're not like high numbers, but like high viewership time, which is always a thing that we don't really ever get. So people have actually been engaging and watching it. which is always nice. So yeah, hopefully this is like a nice wrap up at the end of the month. We're going to be doing monthly recaps of what happens rather than week to week stuff, just because, as we've mentioned before, well, this month we should have probably been doing week to week, but hey, look, whatever. Next few months of the year, we'll probably be doing a bit more. Like Captain America: Brave New World is out in February, so it's also going to be the second Marvel movie in the last couple years that I'm going to miss because I'm on a holiday.
Yeah,
because it comes out on February 14th, and I'm going to be in fucking Spain.
Happy Valentine's Day. Let's go see Marvel.
That's what I did. I've done it before. That was the whole marketing behind Deadpool 1 was go see this superhero movie for Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, it was, yeah.
But yeah, the last one I missed was Spider-Man Far From Home because I was in Italy.
Really?
Yeah, and it was just like I can't watch a Marvel movie because I'm in Italy and I'm sad. And I had, because I follow a whole bunch of YouTube channels that post reviews, I was like, I can't go on the internet because I can't watch the spoiler thumbnails. And it was around that time where I was like, oh yeah, this is peak Marvel. This is like good Marvel. So I'm like, yeah, I'll go. So I'm going to miss another Marvel movie at main time. But it gives you more time to watch it, Dan.
I'll probably watch it.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. I was trying to make Vampire Month a thing. Because when I was watching stuff, because I was like, oh yeah, the only thing I've watched this month is Castlevania. And then there's Nosferatu out. And I haven't watched it yet, so I want to go watch Nosferatu.
How is everyone?
Fuck
Fair
off.
enough.
It just did it again. It went, how is everyone? So if you heard that, I am not crazy. But I don't know what gets picked up. Because it's all weird. Because it comes through my desktop audio. Yeah, but I think it comes through my desktop audio, so I feel like it does come up through this.
It will pick it up then.
Yeah, so I feel like, but I don't know, because until it does it, I have to look at the fucking desktop audio. I'm like, is it doing it? So if anyone hears that, please just don't fucking bitch at me for complaining about it, because it is really fucking annoying. And I do need to, that was when I was in the stream. I was like, when we had that random switching of scenes, that was me trying to find the fucking Twitch add-on. So I will have edited that out, hopefully. But yeah. Anyway, we've rambled on. I've rambled on long enough.
We rambled on. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you for listening, and we will catch you next time.
Yeah, we might be on a different streaming platform because Dan might have actually made a Twitch channel for this.
Yay!
And it might be the actual thing. But hey, look, who knows?
Yay!
Anyway, we'll add it all in the descriptions if you want to follow us. And yeah, we'll see you next month. Bye-bye.
Bye.